You're at the office, your phone is somewhere, maybe under a desk, maybe in a drawer, and it's on silent. The panic sets in, so you turn to Claude and describe your problem. 30 seconds later, it's walked you through a method to find it using Bluetooth signal strength. And it worked. This moment, shared on Twitter 2 days ago, reveals something profound. Claude solved a real-world problem most people wouldn't think to ask. Not a creative writing task, not research, a practical, everyday problem. Most people think of Claude as a writing partner or a research tool. But this is different. Claude was handed a real, messy situation with no obvious answer. It connected two things most humans don't naturally connect. Every phone broadcasts Bluetooth constantly, and signal strength changes with distance. That instant connection is revealing how AI thinks. And here's where it gets interesting. If Claude can solve problems like this, what else aren't we thinking to ask it? What everyday problems have we been solving the hard way when an AI could spot the answer in seconds? That's the question this story is forcing us to ask. So what makes this possible? Bluetooth is everywhere now, in your phone, laptop, headphones, car. Most people know it connects devices wirelessly. But there's something hidden. Every Bluetooth signal has measurable strength. Think of it like sound. Someone shouting across a room is louder than someone shouting across a building. Bluetooth works the same way. The closer a device is, the stronger the signal. The farther, the weaker. This is called RSSI, Received Signal Strength Indicator, and it can tell you distance. Here's the practical part. If you measure how strong a signal is, you can estimate how far a device is. It's not perfect, walls and interference mess with it, but it gives you direction. A room full of electronics becomes navigation data instead of just noise. Most phones don't expose this data to you. Bluetooth broadcasts constantly in the background, but you can't see it or measure it. So for years, people found lost phones the old way, calling it, retracing steps, or giving up. But Claude saw something different. It understood that Bluetooth data exists, and it knew exactly how to access it. Here's what Claude suggested. On most phones, you can access developer menus. iPhone has diagnostic settings. Android has developer options. Inside these menus, your phone shows all the Bluetooth signals around it, including its own. Claude walked the person through opening the diagnostic menu, watching signal strength values, and moving around the office. Signal strength climbs as you move toward the source, weakens as you move away. It's like hot and cold, a game you've played since childhood. The person walked slowly around, watching numbers change. The peak number meant they were closest. Find the highest reading and you find your phone. 2 minutes. No special equipment, no apps, just walking and watching. The brilliance is that Claude translated technical knowledge into actionable steps. It knew the exact menus to open, the exact settings, how to interpret the numbers, how to translate that into a search pattern. It got it right. But deeper, Claude integrated multiple domains at once. It understood Bluetooth technology and knew diagnostic menus existed and could convert technical knowledge into simple instructions for someone panicking. That integration is what made it work. The person posted on Twitter casually that they'd lost their phone in their office on silent. They asked Claude for help. Most AI tools would suggest something generic, call it retrace your steps, but Claude was different. It asked clarifying questions. Was the phone in the room? Could they access system settings? The person answered yes to both. Claude then explained the method. Open diagnostics. Look for Bluetooth signals. Find their phone's signal. Watch the signal strength numbers as you move around. Interpret what you're seeing. Move toward the strongest signal. Repeat. The person tried it, and it worked. They found their phone by walking around, watching numbers climb and fall until they pointed exactly where the device was. What's remarkable is how Claude adapted to the specific problem. It didn't give generic advice. It understood the constraints and tailored a solution. Silent phone. Office location. Available tools. It solved for those exact conditions. This is different from here's information about Bluetooth. It's here's how to solve your specific problem right now using Bluetooth. That's a different category of AI helpfulness entirely. For decades, there's been only a few ways to find a lost phone. Call it from someone else's phone works if it's not on silent. Retrace your steps works if you remember where you went. Ask other people, someone might have seen it. As a last resort, accept it's gone and file an insurance claim. Each method has obvious limitations. Silent phones don't ring. Memory is unreliable. Other people might not have been where you were. Insurance takes time and money. Now there's Claude. The difference is stark. It required no third party, no memory, no luck. It only required access to diagnostic menus, which the device owner always has. It worked because it converted hidden technical capability into visible navigation. Think about what this means. Every smartphone already had this capability built in. The Bluetooth data is there. The diagnostic menus exist. The only thing missing was the idea to connect them. Human intuition doesn't naturally make that jump. We don't think lost phone equals Bluetooth signal strength. We think call it or walk around. Claude made that jump instantly. It saw the connection. This is becoming a pattern with AI. It's not that AI suddenly knows more facts. It's that AI connects knowledge across domains and finds solutions hiding in plain sight. This story is spreading because it reveals something important. AI is becoming genuinely useful for real problems. For years, AI was impressive at specific tasks, playing chess, identifying images, writing essays, cool but not essential. This phone story is different, essential, practical, immediately usable. The problem wasn't hard because it was intellectually complex. Bluetooth signal strength is basic physics. Diagnostic menus are standard phone features. The problem was hard because nobody thought to combine them. That's not a failure of intelligence, it's how human brains work. We specialize. A phone engineer, a Bluetooth expert, a UX designer would each solve it differently. Claude doesn't specialize, it sees all of them at once. That's becoming the use case for AI, not replacement, not creativity, but synthesis. Taking knowledge from different domains and finding connections. Here's the implication nobody's talking about yet. If AI can do this for lost phones, what else? What problems have you been solving the hard way? What solutions are hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone to connect the dots? That question is reshaping how people think about AI, not as a threat, not as a toy, as a thinking partner that works differently than you do. If you've lost your phone and want to try this method, here's how. First, access your phone's diagnostic menus. On iPhone, go to Settings, then scroll down. Look for Diagnostics or Privacy, tap it. On Android, go to Settings, tap About Phone, then look for Developer Options. If you don't see it, tap build number 7 times to unlock it. Once you're in Developer Options, look for Bluetooth Settings or Bluetooth Diagnostics. Your phone will show all nearby Bluetooth devices. Including itself, find your device. Watch the signal strength number. Now here's the key, walk slowly around your space. Watch that number. It gets stronger as you move toward where your phone is broadcasting. It gets weaker as you move away. Treat it like hot and cold. When the number is highest, you're closest. Move around more, recheck. Move toward the peak and the number should climb. Eventually you'll narrow it down to a specific area, a desk drawer under a chair. Inside a bag. This works because Bluetooth doesn't care about sight lines. Your eyes can't see through a couch. Bluetooth can. This method works best in small spaces. The larger the area, the less precise. But combined with basic logic, you get from it's somewhere in the building to it's in this drawer in minutes. So what does this actually mean? A person lost their phone. Claude helped find it. On the surface, it's a small moment. But underneath, something bigger is happening. AI is shifting from being a tool that replaces specific abilities to being a tool that synthesizes across abilities you already have. Claude didn't teach anyone anything new about Bluetooth or phones. It connected dots that were always there. For the past few years, we've been focused on what AI can't do. Those conversations still matter, but a moment like this, a practical solution to a real problem, delivered instantly, starts to redefine things. The question changes from can AI replace humans to how does AI change what I can do? That's personal. It affects your work. It affects how you solve problems. Here's what matters. Claude didn't need to be smarter than a human to be useful. It needed to think differently, and that's something it already does. So ask yourself, what problem am I solving the hard way right now? What have I been doing the same way for years without asking Claude? That's where this points. Not toward some imaginary future. Toward right now. Toward solutions hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone to make a connection. Follow for daily AI news covering moments like this, the ones that show what AI is actually becoming.